Martell Holt has been at the center of controversy for years, but this latest clash with Marsau Scott shows just how messy things have become. The confrontation between Marsau and Martell is not just about one live video or one interview. This is years of tension, betrayal, broken friendships, and exposed secrets boiling over in front of everyone. When Marsau sat down with Martell and told him straight to his face that he no longer trusted him, you could see how deep the wounds had become. This was not just about television, this was about men who once considered themselves brothers. Men who shared secrets, business, and family time, now tearing each other apart with accusations and painful truths. The conversation began with Martell once again bringing up Arionne Curry, the woman who has followed him like a shadow throughout his downfall. Martell has been dropping Arionne's name constantly, to the point that the cast members are uncomfortable. It's like he's trying to force her into their world, into the show, into every conversation, whether they like it or not. Martell allegedly even pitched Arionne to production, asking for $1 million so she could join the show full-time and tell her story. But the rest of the cast, and especially Marsau, see right through this. They don't want her involved, and they don't want to be dragged into Martell's mess. Yet, Martell won't let her name go. Every time he speaks, he brings her up, as if he believes repeating it enough times will make everyone accept her. Marsau's response showed his frustration. He told Martell that he no longer trusted him, that Martell had apologized too many times and then gone right back to doing the same thing. This wasn't just about Arionne. This was about a man who continuously hurt his friends and then pretended like a simple apology would fix everything. Marsau told him flat out that the friendship had no value anymore. He was done being fooled. And you could see the pain in Martell's eyes, because deep down he knew Marsau was telling the truth. He has burned bridges so many times that now even the people who once defended him are standing back. The reality is, Martell has always struggled with accountability. When he got caught cheating, instead of facing his own mistakes, he tried to drag everyone else down with him. He wanted people to believe that if he fell, everyone should fall. He started exposing old secrets, hinting at other people's infidelity, and even bringing up rumors about Tisha and Marsau. At one point, Martell posted pictures of Marsau with a man who was accused of being involved with Tisha. He threw gasoline on an old rumor about Tisha being with someone in the back of a Buick, and then laughed about it publicly. Marsau had every right to feel betrayed. Martell wasn't just being messy. He was trying to ruin marriages, reputations, and businesses just to take the heat off himself. And then there was the issue of the so-called train rumor involving Arionne. That rumor nearly ended in a physical fight between Martell and Marsau, with Martell furious that Marsau dared to bring it up. Production allegedly even had to shut down filming when Arionne showed up on set uninvited, thinking she could record with them. This entire situation has been chaos from beginning to end, and Marsau made it clear he's tired of carrying the weight of Martell's drama. He told him that he films with him only because it's business, but outside of that, there is no friendship left. As the argument went on, things got even more personal. Martell brought up Marsau's past job at a movie theater, claiming that Marsau got fired for inappropriate behavior and couldn't find another job. According to Martell, it was only because of him and Melody that Marsau had a chance to work in real estate and eventually build his business. Without them, Martell claimed, Marsau would still be struggling. That was a low blow, because Marsau has always tried to present himself as successful and independent. Martell calling him out publicly stripped away that image. Marsau tried to defend himself, saying he owned multiple properties at the time, but even Maurice's face gave him away. He didn't look like he believed his brother's words. The contradictions were clear. If Marsau had all those homes and apartment complexes, why did he and Tisha need to stay in Melody and Martell's townhouse back in the early days? Why did they need to borrow cars when their own were broken down? The math just wasn't adding up. This back and forth showed exactly why the friendship is beyond repair. Both men have secrets, and both men have receipts they're ready to use against each other. Every time one spoke, the other shot back with something worse. It was no longer about loyalty or about brotherhood or even about respect. It was about survival. Martell was determined not to go down alone, and Marsau was determined not to let Martell destroy his image. And caught in the middle of it all was Arionne, the woman whose presence continues to haunt every corner of Martell's life. The sad part is that once upon a time, these men really did share something close. They had businesses together. Their wives were friends. Their kids played together. They celebrated milestones as one big family. But once Martell's cheating scandal exploded, all of that came crashing down. The bro code that once kept them silent about each other's dirt no longer mattered. Martell broke it, and once the code was broken, the trust was gone forever. Marsau knows it, Maurice knows it, and even Martell deep down knows it too. He's angry not just because of the fallout with Melody, but because his so-called brothers are still married, still in their homes, and still running their businesses, while he lost it all. That resentment fuels every word he speaks. The confrontation was heavy with emotion because it wasn't just about one rumor or one fight. It was years of secrets, years of silent competition, and years of jealousy. Marsau admitted that he no longer even wanted an apology from Martell because it meant nothing. And Martell, still desperate for relevance, kept poking at Marsau's past, hoping to make him break. But Marsau stood his ground. He made it clear that filming together was nothing more than business. Outside the cameras, there was no relationship. The trust was dead. But what makes this even more dramatic is how the women are tangled in the middle of it all. Tisha has to deal with the constant rumors about her loyalty, with Martell throwing accusations her way whenever he wants to get at Marsau. Melody has to watch as Martell continues to drag her name and her choices while parading Arionne's existence in front of everyone. And Arionne, despite not being on the show, somehow still drives the storyline from behind the scenes. Whether it's her showing up on set, her being called coleslaw by the cast, or her name being thrown into every argument, she's always there, whether people want her or not. Marsau and Martell's fight is more than just entertainment. It's a mirror of how betrayal changes everything. Once loyalty is gone, every word becomes a weapon. Every rumor becomes ammunition. And every old memory becomes something to twist and use. The truth is, Martell and Marsau will probably never reconcile. The damage is too deep, the words too sharp, and the secrets too heavy. What we're seeing now is the public collapse of what was once a brotherhood, and the fallout is affecting everyone around them. This season is clearly shaping up to be one where all the hidden drama from social media and real life finally hits the screen. The Buick rumors, the cheating scandals, the side chick accusations, the fights on and off set, it's all coming out. And if this confrontation shows us anything, it's that no one is safe. Martell is willing to burn every bridge if it means not standing alone, and Marsau is willing to call him out and embarrass him publicly to protect his own image. This isn't just reality TV anymore. This is real life, messy, painful, and raw. As the tension builds, it's hard not to wonder how much further they can go. If Martell keeps digging up Marsau's past, what else will come out? If Marsau keeps mocking Martell about Arionne, how much more bitter will Martell become? And with Maurice watching silently, how long before his secrets get dragged out too? One thing is clear, the drama is far from over. What started as a simple confrontation has now opened the floodgates, and everyone involved will have to deal with the storm that follows. The ripple effects of this feud are spreading like wildfire. Viewers aren't just invested in Marsau and Martell's fight. They're dissecting every look, every word, and every Instagram Live to connect the dots. Social media has become the courtroom, and everyone is both judge and jury. Every time Martell opens his mouth, the blogs run with it, and every time Marsau tries to clap back, fans start debating whether he's hiding something. The messy part is, both men have left enough cracks in their stories for people to believe almost anything. That's why the streets are buzzing. Fans don't know what's true, what's exaggerated, and what's straight up fabricated, but that's also what keeps them glued to the screen. Let's break it down from the wives' perspective. Melody Holt has been dragged through hell, and back because of Martell's choices. She gave him multiple chances, forgave him for cheating, tried to rebuild their marriage, and still he embarrassed her publicly with Arionne. Even now, Martell refuses to leave Arionne out of the narrative.